Hello everybody. I thought I'd give you an overview of my mINECRAFT server, give you an idea of what you can do in it. I thought I'd start off down in my mining operations. I decided to try something different. I used to use a quarry, but it uses 11 diamonds, and I was sick and tired of having to dig until I had found 11 diamonds before getting a quarry. And I read about the mining turtle, and it only needs 3. Now it does need fuel to run, and it is slower than a quarry, but I'm not in any great hurry, and I thought, well, let's have a try of it. It's fully programmable. You can write your own program for it. It's got its own language, but it does have 2 programs installed in it already: tunnel and excavate. Tunnel just tunnels for as long as you tell it to in a 2x3 format. So if you say tunnel 100, it will make a tunnel 3x2, 100 blocks long. You can type excavate, and it will excavate I think it's a 5x5 square, and when it finishes that square, it will go down 1 block and do the next square and go down until it hits bedrock. If you say excavate 30, it will do a 30x30 square and then go down 1 block and do the next level all the way down to bedrock. It holds what it mines in its inventory. Once the inventory is full, it comes back to its starting point and stops. If there's a chest sitting behind it, it will empty out the contents of its inventory into the chest and then continue until it runs out of fuel. The fuel that I'm using in this is lava cells. There's plenty of lava around at the moment from previous excavations, so I've just made a lava cell. You just need a bucket and tin cells, and it's 1 bucket to 1 cell. You just fill the bucket up and then place the empty cell and the bucket full of lava in your little inventory crafting slot and make the lava cell. It only takes 5 or 10 minutes to make a stack of 64. So I'm going to go ahead, and you see it says it's waiting for fuel. So we'll put 32 lava cells, which does 1 megajoule per tick for 20,000 ticks. Oh, and it's off. And it's gone. You probably can't see it there. It's gone off down to continue from where it left off. It's got a long way to go. So now what I've got happening here, this chest will fill up very quickly. So I'm extracting everything that gets put into the chest out and down along this stone pipe. This is a chunk loader. It holds open chunks even when players are not online or are not in the vicinity. Just like a world anchor. This is the new version of the world anchor with more abilities. If you say show lasers, you'll see where the center of the chunk is, and the red lines show you how far away the chunks are held open, which is pretty much beyond where I can see. You can increase the radius, but you want to have the minimum number or minimum radius possible that you need, because the more chunks you have open, the harder the server has to run and the quicker you run out of memory, etc. You can also get it to be in a circle, a square, a cylinder, all sorts of things. So it's a very useful item. So when all of the items come down here, they go all the way down, and there's the reason why this is so long is because I've got multiple previous excavations down to bedrock. Oops. lots of lava at the bottom of those. So when they get to here, I've got a diamond. Have a diamond pipe, which you can filter multiple sets of items. So I've got the black one filtering out all of the crap. This mod pack has no equivalent exchange in it, so you can't chuck all of your useless material into an energy condenser, energy condenser, to make whatever item you like. It makes it a little bit more real. All of the other stuff that's not rubbish comes across and into this chest. You've got all your usual ores, but there's also copper, monazite, tin, cinnabar ores as well. Some of these are used in the different major mods. The water shards, all the different shards, are used in thaumaturgy, including the earth shard. And we've got a amber, which is used in thaumaturgy, and your usual gems. So that's the mining setup. Now, before I go any further, there's also stuff called power armor in this game. I'll just open up my inventory. There's the power armor. So there's my legs, feet, torso and head. Now, my headpiece, each of these pieces of armor is very easy to make, but they're completely useless on their own. You have to install modules in them, things like capacitors to provide the power. You can see that I have 629 kilojoules of 910 stored. I've got 3 of these have power in them. You can see that the power is reducing down because I have night vision on. If I take my helmet off, you see how different it looks. Nighttime can be pretty hard to discern. I also have something called a power tool, and you can dig very quickly with this if you have the correct modules installed. So I'm going to keep that power armor on because I have all sorts of other things that make me run more quickly, jump higher, faster, sprint faster, so I can get around and show you things a bit better. I've also got melee assist on my power tool so that I can nuke any mobs that come along. This is the second house. So this is the first house that my son and I built, but it rapidly became too small. We've moved everything out of this ground floor area here, but haven't moved quite everything out of the second floor. And this is all the thaumaturgy stuff. This is an arcane work table for making basic items. There are 3 tiers, I believe, for thaumaturgy. This is the research table where you put items in, and just normal everyday items in, and research, and you can create more recipes for the thaumatological stuff. This is a crucible for making things like thaumium ingots, which are used to make armor and weapons and other items. And this is an arcane table, which is tier 2 crafting bench, basically, for thaumaturgy, and the old infinite water source. Okay, so that's all that's left in this house, and then we made a much bigger house. So this is the living room with a jukebox. In here are all of the furnaces and crafting tables from the old place